Hello, welcome to Dora Vlog. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. This is Dora Vlog, and this is where we talk about I give information that will help you to migrate to Canada so easily, okay? In this place, I share every information that comes my way, which I know is going to help you. I also share my experience. So if you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to my channel and also give this video a thumbs up. Now, in this video, we're going to talk about the latest news about coming to Canada, the latest policy that was announced by IRCC just within last week. You all know what happened, the unfortunate incidents that took place at the we like call it a refugee camp, as asylum, where people were trying to seek asylum. In this cold, people were sleeping in the cold, and unfortunately, somebody's life was lost. Someone lost his life, and that brought Canada to, will I say, in annoyance, came up with this policy, which has been trending because it's going to be very tough for students, or a lot of people. Not that it's going to be impossible, it's going to be tough. So what's the policy? We all heard it, you must have heard it, but if you haven't heard it, the money for your proof of fund, if you're planning to come to Canada and you had in mind to raise at least $10,000 for your proof of fund for living expenses and then added to your school fees, the information now is that things have suddenly changed. Okay, so we're going to look at the latest information right now as we speak. So this is the latest information that we have. Latest information, let me zoom it so that you can see. And it says, Immigration, Citizens and Refugees Canada has revised requirements and policies for international students starting from January 1, okay, 2024. The cost of living requirement for study permits applicants will increase to 26,000 to 20,000, sorry about that, $20,635, up from the current 10,000 Canadian dollars for a single applicant. Do you know what that means? Initially, a single applicant is supposed to pay like 10,000 Canadian dollars. That is excluding your school fees and your travel expenses. Initially, before now, if you're seeking for study permit or study visa, you will show that you have money. You need to take care of yourself for at least 1 year, which is $10,000. So if you haven't submitted your application, if you've secured admission and you haven't submitted your application and you intend to submit, you are planning to submit your application by January, my best advice for you now is to know that things have changed. Now, if you're submitting your application by January, you will not, and you're planning to show 10,000, the money has just been increased to 20,600 and something. All right, it's just unfortunate. It's unfortunate. So additionally, IRCC has extended the updated temporary policies for international students that were yet set to expire at the end of 2023. This includes extension of the policy that allows the eligible international students to work off campus in Canada for more than 20 hours up until April 30th, 2024. Okay, what does this policy, this new policy about working off campus is good news to those of us who are already here. Good news if you have submitted your application before the 7th of December, because you can now work for more than 20 hours. You can work full time and even beyond to make up money for your tuition or your expenses. See, that's one thing about Canada. If you're here as a student, you can work to pay your tuition, and that's why a lot of people are coming to Canada. But unfortunately, people abused this privilege in the recent time, and that was what resulted to a lot of students going to seek asylum. Not just that people are seeking asylums, but students who came to Canada who um, who showed some funds, who made immigration agents believe that they can take care of themselves, they can feed themselves. Fortunately, they came to Canada and their situation was proven otherwise, and that's why they went to seek asylum. And in the process of seeking asylum, someone um, by and then this new policy just came up. They have to put this new policy in place to ensure that anybody that is coming to Canada will have enough, at least have enough money to take care of himself. Now, my people, let me tell you guys, there's no point over flogging the matter. It's already there, or crying over spilled milk. Why I'm here is to give you information that will help you, that I feel you can benefit from. Okay, if you are still planning to travel abroad, and I mean with this measures that Canada has put in place, and obviously it seems that Canada for now, they have a lot of students. They are trying to manage a population of students. And there is a video that I watched, even while the minister made this announcement. He was, I think, let me play the audio for you people. He wasn't sounding funny. It seems as if in the days to come, there will still be more um, immigration, there will be more immigration policies that will tend to tighten things or make things more difficult for people to come to Canada. Let's listen to this audio, and I'll get back to what the information I have for you that will help you. Listen to this audio first.
Halfway through their school year and some are working full-time to meet their needs. We will extend the temporary policy that has allowed eligible international students to work more than 20 hours per week through till April 30th of 2024, the end of the academic year. Ahead of September 2024, we are prepared to take necessary measures, including significantly limiting visas to ensure that designated learning institutions provide adequate and sufficient student supports as part of the academic experience. Enough is enough. If provinces and territories cannot do this, we will do it for them, and they will not like the bluntness of the instruments that we use.
Did you hear that? The minister just said that 2024, they are going to take stringent measures, very strict measures to limit the number of visas that will be approved. So I want to encourage you, if you're still postponing your application, if you have gotten admission and you're postponing, this is the right time for you to apply. Okay. And again, I want to actually tell you guys, you see, Canada is not the only place. Like I said earlier, Canada is like they have taken enough. They have gotten for now, because they continue to need foreigners. That's one thing you have to know. But right now, it's like they have actually taking or beating more than they can chew for the moment. So if next year is going to be tough, getting Canadian student visa is going to be tough in 2024. But I have a word of hope for you. I have a word of encouragement for you. See, there are many countries out there you can go to, and you study at low cost, and you also get job. Check out some countries in Europe. Just hold on, subscribe to this channel, because I know of one or two countries, and I am going to get more for you. The countries where you can go, since you want to live where you are now because of certain economic situations, or you want to get foreign education and have opportunity to get a better job, to better your life, it's not only Canada. Canada is not the end of the road. There are many places, and I'm going to make a video, okay, to tell you guys which other country you can go to. All right. But for now, this is the situation in Canada. And I also want to give you this information free of charge. If you have gotten your visa already and you're coming to Canada, please, I want you to take this information I'm giving you now seriously, because this is someone's experience. Okay. I went to receive someone yesterday at the airport, and she narrated her experience at the airport. It's not funny at all. Many people are being turned back at the port of entry, and this is why, because they didn't pay their school fees. So actually, before now, there is no law, there's no immigration law that says that you must pay your school fees. What we have before now is that you have to deposit 500, okay, tuition deposit. And when you get into the country, you can pay your school fees. You can even pay it instrumentally. But right now, because of the incidents that happened a few days ago, where many students were going to declare asylum. So they've actually taken another measure which has not been announced officially. This is what instruction they are they are following at the airport now. If you haven't paid your tuition, there is a high probability that you'll be turned back. In fact, the person I went to pick told me that 3 or 4 people before her, she was there, were sent back to immigration. They were being asked to present their school fees receipts. She didn't pay her school fees receipt, but she was just too lucky to to scale through. It's not easy right now at the port of entry. So do your best. Do your best. Pay, at least if you're not going to pay the whole tuition for 1 year, nobody pays that. But you can pay for the semester, or at least you can pay for half of the semester. All right. If you can pay for the semester, fine. If you can't, at least above 500, even if you, after the initial 500, try and pay something. Depends on the school you're going to. And now that brings me to another thing, another advice I want to give you concerning how you can manage this situation. You see, if you're still at the level of looking for admissions, I will advise you to go and look for cheap universities with cheap tuition. There are some places in Canada, not that the quality of their education is not good. No, Canada is Canada, but it's just that there are some provinces that people prefer to go to, and there are some provinces that people tend to that's not that attractive because of the weather. All right, and because of that, people don't go there, and because those people want to attract people, they bring down their tuition. So it's still the same education you're going to get in Canada. So my advice for you now is to get those schools, look for those cheap tuition, learning institutions, and also goodness, what happened? So you look for those institutions and get admission. And what I will just advise you is to get a very good school with low tuition. It will just be the best for you. There are some places, some learning institutions in Canada that their tuition is very low, quite unbelievable. I can't give them to you right now, but I promise you I'm going to carry out a research and come up with those schools for you if you stay tuned to my channel. So please, this is just the advice I have for you right now concerning this situation. It's just a pity, but I wish you all the best, okay? So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and like this video, and also share. Never can tell who this information will go a long way to be of help. And I'll see you again in my next video. Thank you so much. Bye.